Welcome to this tutorial. This tutorial will sit with the blended learning resource from the WJEC, which will help you look at financial costings for the future and work out what your taxation, national insurance, take-home pay might be. Now, first of all, we're going to have a look at the fundamental basics of spreadsheets. Okay, so these are called cells. So when you click in them, they have a coordinate. We always read them the A number first, and then whatever the number is here down the side. So this one is in A4. Okay. In order to edit, make changes, you have a toolbar up here under the home one. You can bold, underline, italic. You can thicken the borders to make them look rounder. You can change them, to make them look thicker. It's entirely up to you. You can change the colours. If you wanted to change the colour of the whole document, if you click between the A and the 1, okay, it will then use the paint can, it will change the entire colour. It's a little bit bright. Okay, so if I put it back to white, if you want to do things that involve cell merging, this is what I've done to this cell here. I have wrapped and I have merged the cells. So you can see I've put them back to normal. If you highlight what you want to do and press merge and center and wrap text, it puts it very nicely in the middle for you. Now anything you enter here, obviously you can put it in the bar up here, and you can put whatever job it is perhaps that you want to be, so teacher for example, and then it will come down here into the cells. And as I said before, you can change that formatting, the font size, the style. You can make it left, center, to the right. You can change the position of where the text is. You can have it in the middle of the bottom of the top. It is entirely up to you. Now, these are important, I suppose, because this here drop-down box allows you to select the data type. And because we're working on currency, these cells here need to be in currency. So I'm going to make sure that I've got currency. Now you can decide on here by clicking how many decimal places that you have, the style and the way in which it is written, and that is entirely up to you. You can also change obviously the currency as well, but we're going to stick with pounds. Now what I would be inclined to do is to put your gross annual income, total national insurance, student loans, pension, pay as you earn, tax deductions at the top of the spreadsheet here. Okay, now all of these figures you will need to calculate yourself. So if you put your salary at the top here, so say I'm going to say that I'm on £25,000 as a teacher. Okay. All we are doing currently is just filling in these bits here, your job role and perhaps your salary, nothing else. We're just setting the structure out of how we want to do it. I have pre-populated mine, but as we know from the presentation, 12,570 is our basic personal allowance, the amount that we're allowed to earn without taxation or any other deductions. Now, in order to find out the gross weekly income, we would look at your overall income, and B4 here relates to the salary up the top of the spreadsheet here. So this here is B4, as you can see. Okay, so if I scroll back down to my spreadsheet, then you will see that all I have done in here, if I double click on it, I've got B4, which is my gross income divided by 52. This is to find out how much my weekly income is, because we know that there is a threshold which is in the presentation but also here for you. So I can earn up to £242 a week without any other payments being taken out. Okay, so when it comes to calculating the repayments, if we look here, the salary weekly is more than £242, but it's within this bracket, so we know that it is going to be at 12%. So all I've done is pressed equals, and we must always say equals or click on equals at the start. I've clicked on B22, which is this figure here, and multiplied that by 0.12, which will work out 12%. So I know that £57.69 is my weekly national insurance contribution. You can obviously times that by monthly, so you can times it by 12 as well to work out the annual cost, which is done here for you. Okay, so we've times it by 52 to work out what the figure is over that period. Now I need to fill in this bit, so if I click equals here and scroll back down to this figure here, because we want to know what it is annually, and press enter.